the site, the whole site just disappears because the technology was too old that was running it.
Well, I guess, we could attribute it to a certain point to the fact that you have all the social media platforms, like for instance, like WhatsApp, that it's just so easy. I mean,
Yeah.
we know for a fact that you have several influential members of the community, like Sire Blood and Young Grasshopper, who are very involved in WhatsApp, and there's a lot of the traffic that may have gone to you at one point in
Hmm.
time to accessandallies.org may not be found in that area. So I'm going to claim that that may be a reason why.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of that. And so like, I think going forward, I want to just find more creative ways to bring people back into the fold. I
Yeah.
considered a Discord chat for a little while. Um, for reasons I just decided not to pursue that. I might investigate that again. There's some people I know that kind of question the lifespan of Discord itself. So I didn't want to attach myself to something that may not be around in 5-10 years or something. So
No, and I totally agree with you there. And I have to, I mean, I had my own website and separate communities, and basically like moving to Discord effectively killed our forum that we had going.
Yeah.
And the forum is the interesting thing about a forum format is that it takes time to post. People post something and then it's a while before someone responds, and it's a bit slower, but you can actually read into someone else's conversation versus Discord or any of the other, Slack or these other services, or even WhatsApp. You wake up in the morning and you've had 400 messages overnight, and you got to scroll through it. It's like, I'm not going to read all this, right? And I don't want to, right? And so it becomes a chat room, not a forum. That's quite different. And the other thing I really like about ANA.org as a service, it's like the greatest Access and Allies library on earth. Like anything that you ever want to know. No, seriously, right? There's 20 years of strategies and information, and depending on your version that you're playing, what you want to do. Detailed reports from guys who've played games. There's save game files that if you get the software, at least you can download them and review them. There's just so much stuff there at your fingertips. You kind of got to know how to look for it. And another key one, like you sort of mentioned, but I hadn't quite got into it, is I think there's a user, Jay Luna, put together a master find players list, and there's some, I don't know, 800, 900 players in there.
Yeah.
Every time I go on vacation, I'm not kidding, I pull out that list, and I'm like, who lives in Hawaii? Oh, these 3 guys live in Hawaii. I'll send them a message, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go there with my family or whatever. I can sneak out for 8 hours on one day. Let's get a game. Right. And, one of them will get back. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Right. And you meet all kinds of cool people. It's not like their personal information is there. It's just this is the username, Cow or whatever their name is. And then you can talk to them and get a game going. And it's just a very connective tool, and it's generally up to date. And it's that's just a very cool resource that accessandallies.org uniquely has. You're never going to get that out of a Discord service or anything like that. And as you know, I was a long-time holdout against the new updated forum. But you know what? You are right. It had to be done because you end up with security certificate issues and so on. And like you say, at some point, the website isn't going to function like that forever. So you rip the Band-Aid off. But I think the decline you saw, like you say, from 2012 was going to happen anyway. And we're with you in driving people back to that. And again, that's part of what this chat is. We're trying to connect the dots. We got guys on YouTube. There's a whole community of guys on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
There's this BBR community, which is also like quite a separated island. You have these Facebook groups, which don't, there's a few guys that run a crossover that aren't in everywhere. And even the tournament communities between the online 42, the Beamdog version of the game. There's even guys who still play the 98 version of the game.
Yeah.
We're trying to like pull these pieces together.
And there's AAA too. I mean, and that's one. And that's one nice thing about. I really appreciate the AAA community and everybody that's been playing AAA on the site for years, and like that's been fantastic. And I don't see AAA going away anytime soon. There was some talk about how to integrate with ANA.org, but like those always come up every once in a while. It's usually somebody wants to do a big set of features, and they have to kind of question everything that go along the way. And usually it's no big deal. But AAA has been one of the things that like it definitely keeps the site sticky for a lot of people. And Yeah, and it's like, and I like, you can look at anybody's game. You can just go in and be like, hey, like what's, I was talking to this guy the other day, and it's like he's playing this game, and you can just go and see how their game is going, and so that's kind of fun.
So David,
yeah, I totally agree.
So how active are you as a player? Are you active nowadays? Who do you play with? And a secondary question to the first is, what is your favorite Axis and Allies game?
Okay, so I'm not terribly active. So I get together. So I play Gen Con. That I'll play so many games during Gen Con that sometimes that burns me out a little bit, and especially in getting prepared for it as well. And I still get together with my buddies from high school and middle school, Roland and Ross, and we play. We get together for a while. It's about once a year. For a few times, it'd be like twice a year. We get together and just play like whatever the latest version was, or pull out an old version or whatnot. So that's like, maybe in terms of playing live, there's probably about like 3 times a year tops. I was playing a lot of Axis and Allies Online for a while when it first came out. Probably spent a little bit too much time on it, so I just kind of like just burned through it and got burned out a little bit, just kind of stayed away. Picked it up a little bit here and there. I tried playing the tournaments. I think that's just not for me right now on Axis and Allies Online, because you have that 24-hour clock, and I lost like 3 games in a row because I just let the call. I forgot about my game. So I think I just need to pick up some casual games on there and just play a long game. And then once in a while I'll be like, I want to play some AAA, and so I get on the site and play some AAA. It's been a while since I've done that, but a lot of times, usually in prep for Gen Con, I like to do some online AAA. So what's my favorite version? Probably Axis and Allies Anniversary Edition. It's probably my favorite version. Yeah.
There you go.
So
2 against 1, Detroit. 2 against 1. Love that version of the game. So good.
Yeah, second edition. I mean, I have to I always play second edition, 42 second edition at Gen Con. So there's a special place for that, especially since that's supposed to, that kind of evolved out of the main version, and which evolved into Revised, which evolved into the thing in between, and which evolved into second edition. So, yeah, so I definitely like Anniversary Edition because there's a lot of different options, a lot of different ways to play it. It's very balanced, especially the 42. Yeah. So
now, can you tell us the story behind your background there? I see that
yeah,
signed a copy of the original classic game.
You see it right there.
The man himself.
Yeah, Larry Harris's signature. I heard that he was, I can't remember which Gen Con it was now, but Greg Samori, who runs all the Axis and Allies events at Gen Con, he let me know that Larry's gonna be showing up, so if you want anything signed or whatever. And I don't think he blasted that information out to bring anything that you want signed, but that was part of the group that he said, hey, bring something if you want it. And so I brought my classic, my Axis and Allies classic board and had him sign it.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I was in Canada for the 2017 Young Grasshopper Invitational, and I went there as a guest, not as a participant. Thankfully, my wife was pregnant with my now 3-year-old son at the time, so I knew there was a very good chance that I would have to drive back home in a hurry. So that's why I didn't participate in the event. But I was there for the first 8 hours of the event, and sure enough, I get the phone call from home where my wife basically is on the other line telling me, Johnny, my water broke. You got to come back home. So I had just finished a couple of hours previously interviewing Larry Harris.
Yeah.
And it was my intent to get something signed by him. So I actually brought up my game board, to have him sign it. But when I was rushing back, I totally forgot about it. So I have to say, I'm a little bit jealous that you have a signed copy of the original. I don't.
Yeah.
So I figured I bring that up. So
yeah.
Okay. So all right. So any other questions, Gargantua? Any other?
Well, I mean, I've wanted to know for a very long time, how much of a pain I have been to manage because like, you know, it's text based, right? And so like sometimes you get frustrated people or you like I can be contrarian, so sometimes I like
a little bit of
make a dispute and be disruptive for the sake of those two reasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, just I want to hear from the middleman who's had to endure it all and keep the peace. What comments he may have.
It's only a problem when a bunch of people in the community start to pile on and complain all at once, and then you're always good about like cooling things off when it needs to be cooled off. If I say, hey, you know, I might have gone a little too far, you're like, okay, and then you have this ability to like, you know, once you decide, okay, I'm going to be chill about this, and you still have your little comment in there too, but like you.
Well, this is my officially Canadian apology. I'm sorry for any headaches I've caused you officially.
No, it's
banning me
but
for
I think
life. So
you also bring entertainment value. So when it doesn't go too far, and I think some people appreciate that. So.
All right, fantastic. So David, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time. I know it was kind of a last minute thing, but I do appreciate it. I know you were rushing home to be able to make this interview, and so I believe that Gargantua feels the same
absolutely
as I do. So thank you so much once again.
Yeah.
Members of the community, thank you as well. I'm sure of that. I mean, it's you were definitely have been a trailblazer.
Yeah, and thanks for having me.
I had a little bubble popping up on my.
Yeah, I got it too.
So I had to kind of like exit out. But yes, thank you so much. And again, we really do appreciate it. So, any last words?
No, just visit axeknowledge.org. If you haven't already, joined the community. Find some players that you can either play find players to play in person, via Access Knowledge online or via AAA, or just browse the strategies. Just come and check out the site. We're a friendly community, and
fantastic.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Gargantua, how about you?
No more questions. I think that was great. And again, David, really just appreciate your time, and it's good to see you because it's been a while, and nice to be able to visit even though there's the pandemic and whatever going on.
Yeah.
And thanks for keeping the site running for 20 years. I know there's been other similar sites, whether it was Caspian Sub or Thrashers, and they last a period of time and haven't endured. But you got 2 decades under your belt, and I'm looking forward to 2 more. So
yeah, definitely, me too.
All right, guys.
All right.
So Thanks. This is it. Guys out there in the community, if you have any questions or any ideas or anything that you would like us to review, any subject matter, strategy, any questions for myself or for Gargantua, please let us know in the commentary section. Also, you can reach out to me at my email, Detroit, that's DTROY6671 @gmail. Also, as I like to say, guys, don't forget to hunker down and play.